Yours look great.
Yeah, check it. Check the internet.
Cool.
There we go.
Let's see.
Phil Greenman, number
Oh,
one.
look at that. Let's see. How do we share this so we can get?
Oh, also, we're gonna need you to hit play on the old podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
You just go. Yeah, you go ahead and share that though.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Should we start the podcast up?
Yes. Let's listen.
So
Let's hear
this
it.
is the. Do we explain it at the beginning at all?
I just say go, and we will.
Well, I'm gonna be talking at the beginning, but it's not gonna be me. It's good, but it is gonna be me. But it's not
awesome.
me now. It's me at a different point in time. That's gonna sound the same.
So you are not allowed to talk while podcasting is talking.
All right. Let's see. I don't remember what I said about you. Hopefully, I said nice things.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So you are going to explain it in the intro. Your other Dave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll talk about the movie and the players, and then as we're going, I can explain the whole deal and the vibe of the podcast and what the Cinema Improv is. All right, here we go.
In a world where movies were silent, recording studios were dark,
That's you?
musicians were
That's not me.
Oh.
friends and enemies joined together to navigate plots, improvise one-of-a-kind soundtracks,
Who is this?
eat snacks,
Eat snacks.
sit back,
This is my friend Paul Alves. He's a amazing guitar player, like
take a journey
super
with
badass
us.
East Village guy.
This is Cinema
That I did a
Improv.
tour with a long time ago, and I remembered he was a voiceover artist also, so I asked him to do the
Hey everyone, my name is David Butler, and I'd like to welcome everyone back to the Cinema Improv Podcast, where musicians from around the country gather in my Brooklyn recording studio to create live improvised soundtracks to movies. Today we are tackling the film Baraka, with a trio consisting of John Ladeau on guitar, Andrew Altman on bass, and myself on drum kit and percussion. Baraka is an amazing and beautiful documentary with no narrative or voiceover. Without words, cameras show us the world with an emphasis not on where, but on what's there. It begins with morning, natural landscapes, and people at prayer. Volcanoes, waterfalls, velds, and forests. Several hundred Balinese Hindu men perform kikak, the monkey chant. Indigenous people apply body paint, and whole villages dance. The film then moves to the destruction of nature via logging, blasting, and strip mining. Images of poverty, rapid urban life, and factories give way to war, concentration camps, and mass graves. Ancient
dark,
ruins
dude.
come into view,
Look,
and
it's
then a
dark.
sacred river where pilgrims bathe and funeral pyres
Dark Dave.
burn.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Prayer
too.
and nature return. A monk rings a huge bell, and stars wheel across the sky. The film is director Ron Frick's follow-up to Godfrey Reggio's similar non-verbal documentary film, Koi Anaskatsi.
So this
Frick
is where our,
was the cinematographer
where our
and
podcast
collaborator
is starting,
on
where
Reggio's film.
our movie jam
But
is
for
starting.
Baraka, he struck out on his own to polish and expand the photographic techniques used in Koi Anaskatsi. Exploring themes via a compilation of nature events, life, human activities, and technological phenomena, shot at 152 locations in 24 countries on
It's a pretty
6
amazing movie.
continents.
Yeah.
This movie is quite an experience.
I had heard a lot about it before we did this, but I never
On
actually
guitar
watched
today
it.
is John Ladeau,
So-
a Brooklyn-based musician
The
who
first
tours
time I
the
ever
globe
watched
with
a
a
movie
wide
was doing
variety
this.
of artists. Over the last few years, he has made quite a name for himself, playing in the rock and roll band, The National Reserve. They have a new album coming out soon, and when they're not on the road, you can catch them playing 3 rowdy sets every Friday night at the Brooklyn Honky Tonk.
We should have
Skinny
had John
Dance.
here with us, though.
Yeah.
I've known John for quite a while, and we have
I'll
played
actually have to do
various
one with
outfits,
John,
including
do a
his own
separate
original band.
cool.
The connection is strong. Returning for his second movie jam is Andrew Altman. Best known for being the electric and upright bass player in the rock bluegrass jam outfit Railroad Earth. Andrew is on the road much of the year, so we're lucky to have him.
Jam.
He's a creative beast and brings a lot to the table when we improvise. Both John and Andrew
This
write
was
a
the
lot
second
of
one? What
original
was the
music,
first one?
so
The
be
Bear
sure
was
to
the
keep
first
up with
one?
them online.
That we did
Listen to their
together?
new
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
and see
Oh,
them
okay.
play live.
I thought this was the first one for some reason.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and here we go. This is the magical.
Actually, I don't remember. I don't know. So for those of you just joining, this movie that we are doing a movie jam to is called Baraka. It's an amazing visual just crazy movie with no dialogue in it, and it's kind of a perfect one for this concept. And the concept is this is my studio, and I
The
have
Butler's quarters.
the Butler's quarters. I have a big projection screen on this wall over here, and I invite musicians over, and we play movies silently. We put the movie on silent, turn all the lights off, set up a bunch of mics, and just record. Don't talk about much, and just try and improvise to the movie while watching it. And we get some really amazing stuff that wouldn't have normally come out if we weren't, watching some sort of crazy visual thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then for the podcast, I go back and kind of edit it a little bit and cut it down to about 45 minutes. And that's what we're listening to now. It's the edited podcast.
I listened to this for a second. I thought that was guitar, but no, it's me playing guitar on the bass.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. I haven't listened to this whole thing since we did it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we first did it,
Yeah.
I listened to it all the way through.
I like the edit that I did on this. I think it really there's some really nice parts.
It's funny. Like the bass as guitar thing is always funny. Mazer! Stop creeping, Mazer. Stop creeping.
So this was a little bit of a different group of musicians. Usually I invite people over who haven't played a lot before, and it's kind of a new, fun thing. We really get into the vibe of not knowing who the other musician is, or not knowing they're playing or whatever. But with Andrew and John, I mean, we've played together as a trio a little bit, but I played a lot with Andrew and a lot with John. I've known John for probably 15 years now. So there is a strong connection, and I think this felt like a different jam where we could kind of do a lot of different stuff and play kind of more of song-based improvisation maybe.
Yeah.
Instead of soundtrack-based kind of
actually,
things.
I like to think of it more as like I would just put thematic instead of soloing. We've done all improv sessions before where we just hang out and jam, but it turns into like when you don't have a unifying element like the movie, it turns into like soloing.
Yeah.
John will solo, then I'll solo, then you'll solo.
Well, I mean, I think kind of. I mean, I think the players that I bring in kind of know the deal and do a really good job of doing it. But there was definitely a different feeling with this one, where it kind of like was kind of off to the races right off the bat.
Yeah, that's true. Because what are we into? Well, I don't know where all the edits are, but this is like a couple of minutes into it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, we were going. But it is different because John's playing more. Well, we all are a little more thematically.
Yeah.
Instead of ripping solos. It's fun. It's good mental exercise.
Yeah.
You gotta do one of these somehow where you can. I still think I've told you this before, but I still think it's cool if you find a way to sync this to the video.
Yeah.
So that you can either post that online and people can watch it as some kind of like psychedelic experience,
Yeah.
Or
Well, I'm trying to figure out some new avenues. There's probably going to be some Cinema Improv live shows coming up.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kind of working out some ideas there. But that's definitely something that'll be in the near future.
How's that gonna work?
That's what I'm working out. I'm kind of seeing how far I want to go with the experience because, I realize that I have, I've done 10 or 11 episodes now, and each of them are super cool and interesting and have different musicians and different vibes, and it's almost like I've played 11. There's been like 10 or 11 shows, and so I mean, it could be as simple as getting together and improvising with those people. Mm-hmm. It could be more intense, like actually having the movie going in the background and improvising to a movie.
That's what I assume
it could be.
Do.
Yeah, it could be taking themes from and writing out from all the different, all the different movies we've done, and then having like actual like little song ideas. So kind of to.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, look, Robbie. Hi, Robbie.
There's a lot of directions for sure. Rick Bugle. We did a jam session with Rick Bugle one time. No Cinema Improv, but
yeah,
down in Greenpoint.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've been there that I almost called it Green Hook.
Green Hook. That's the Greenpoint and Red Hook combined together as one.
Because I haven't been there.
One
I mean,
place that you haven't been much.
Since you moved out of that studio, I haven't been to Greenpoint. You gotta get up to get down, Rick Bugle. I also haven't gone day drinking in the city since Rick Bugle left town.
Rick Bugle was a good day drinker.
That guy will hang you into the dirt,
All right.
Yeah, let's get a little volume. This isn't Omni, is it?
No.
Okay. Vibes. I gotta listen. Speaking of vibes, I gotta listen to one of these that you did with Kevin.
Yeah.
Did you do one where he plays vibes, or is he like DJing?
Kevin's done 2. He did one where he played vibes and one where he DJ'd, and both of them are awesome.
Yeah.
It was the DJ thing was so cool, also, and obviously he's a fucking master at vibraphone.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
there we go. Internet. Nat Money. We're listening to some yams. Some heady yams.
So everyone can, like I said, there's 10 or 11 podcast episodes up. If you go to, wherever you check out your podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, and they're all, like all podcasts, they're all free. And
so we had this conversation on the phone yesterday when sorting out how to getting over here and what time and everything. Is there a plan to do this podcast in other ways to access it? Because I know for myself, like, a podcast is such a big commitment. You have to go to the right place to get it, then you have to download it, then it's like an hour thing.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes half the stuff I come across musically is like some random dude slapping the bass on Instagram or something.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram slap bass solo version?
I know. Maybe I'll start putting little clips up of throughout the month of each episode.
You gotta give the people a taste.
I know.
A little taste.
Give them a little taste. The thing is, it's really it's not that long. I mean, it's 45. I tried to cut it down to like the length of an album, so around 45 minutes. So, it's kind of cool to sit down, and it almost feels like an album of improvisations,
totally
based
is.
on the movie. And it, I guess if you're someone who just listens to music 1 minute at a time or whatever, maybe you wouldn't like this.
Well, no, I mean,
not saying that's you, but I'm just saying
I like both experiences, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard if you don't know what it is.
yeah,
It's hard to get it. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just need that
little
taste of something.
thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why, for example, the analogy of the 15-second slap bass solo, you see that and then you go, oh, this is hip.
Yeah.
And then you go see whatever else they're doing.
Yeah.
I think this could have an equivalent thing where, especially or even if you had the video, like footage, like we're doing this here, where you see people doing it or you see the screen, people go, oh, it's unique. I don't know people that are doing, I've never seen anything like it in the recorded format. I've done things similar, but they were live.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes if you give people that taste, they might go, I need to download and have that experience that you're talking about instead of making it the only.
Totally. Yeah. I think that it's kind of an ever evolving thing. Like the whole thing started, I was in here improvising with some friends, and it was a very cinematic thing, and someone was like, oh, you should get a projector in here, and then I was like, oh, I could do that. And then
Then after that, did you go to your house and make like handmade pasta and get really drunk making old-fashioned cigaros?
Yeah, probably.
And get high and just,
That's my move. That's
oh,
my move
no,
with
that was us.
bringing in new
right.
friends.
Right. No, that was just a random Tuesday when I was
Yeah. Well, yeah, it started. So the whole podcast started as really simple, just having friends over and having a different way to jam and improvise, and then it kind of and also practice, recording and setting up mics and mixing stuff. And then all of a sudden I had 10 or 15 movie sessions, hour and a half or 2 hours long of music, and I was like, trying to figure out what to do. And the podcast seemed like somewhat of a low pressure way to put it out.
Yeah. Mazer knows. Mazer just wants a little taste.
Yeah.
Hey, Mazer, when you come to New York, we got to do one of these.
Yeah. Justin actually did one recently. He did.
No,
a good
Dave.
one.
I mean one of these.
Oh, one of the podcasts. Yeah. One of your, whatever you call it.
It's the listening lounge, man.
Lounge. God, I'm in podcast head.
I got to get Mazer on here. We got to talk about the gatos.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You playing with them?
Yeah, doing a little private function with them this weekend.
Cool.
Should be fun. The Gatos Blancos.
John Morgan Kimmock, he normally plays drums for them, right?
Yeah.
He came out to hi Greg. He came out to the Everyone Orchestra thing we did and Brothers sat in. And Michael Travis was playing drums though, and he's lefty. So John played lefty
and probably killed it, right?
It was great.
It's so good.
And I let Michael play my bass.
Oh yeah.
It was my selfie moment. I picked up the camera while everyone else was playing instruments.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What is that? What is it? Show the
one
people.
of my new favorite snacks. It's banana, like dehydrated banana surrounded by peanut butter. It's amazing.
Right now. I actually haven't had these. I had the ones with chocolate, I think.
Oh man, the peanut butter is the total way to go.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, it's getting intense.
That's good as shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about the music.
Oh.
I'm talking about these snacks.
Yeah. Here's a fade. So it's really cool when I'm
Bro,
looking.
hold on, give me another one of them bananas. All right, now talk.
So when I'm looking at the whole file, when I'm getting ready to mix it or edit it or whatever, it's really interesting because you can really see there's a flow to it, and you can actually see the songs in order, and I can kind of go in and be like, okay, I know this part is a jam that started off and built up really big, and then there's like a little space part after it that's kind of chill, and then the next part. But it feels like you can really see, by looking at the wave file, the flow of them, and they're all super interesting.
Come on, okay. So on that note, I'm curious. Do you have? So like I've done a couple of these with you, and they both go by in such a. It's kind of a blur because you're doing it. Your mind is occupied in a couple places. You're trying to play your instrument. You're trying to make something that matches the music or complements it, I should say.
Yeah.
So you just get over it and you're kind of like, what happened? So you've done all of them because it's your thing. What was there one or two that was like, holy shit, that was like you went to the mountaintop, or do they all kind of go by like that, kind of in a blur?
I would say they're all a little different, but they all have their intense moments, I think, and they all have. I mean, even the ones that kind of flow, they all have. Right. They all are amazing in their own way, but the ones that kind of flow the best. I feel like all of them, because you're playing for an hour and a half or sometimes 2 hours. They all have a little bit of boring moments, and and
hence the edit.
Yeah, hence the edit. Some boring moments, and it's nice to be able to edit them out and have it all, edit out all the filler.
Hold on, listen to this bass shit that's happening. Listen to this shit. That weird, industrial.
Yeah, what is that? pedal setup? for
Yeah,
this?
it was just my distortion pedal turned all the way up, and I'm just kind of just tapping on the bass.
Yeah.
That was out. Yeah, there's the distortion. This was cool. I wish I could remember which scene this was too.
So for people watching, I could, if you guys have movies that you've seen that have been visually super interesting and that are not like crazy dialogue, where we can listen to it on silent, I would love to hear some more suggestions. I'm always looking around for more ideas. I have a big master list of about 50 movies or 60 movies that I'm working on right now.
And you've done maybe a dozen already?
I've done about 20 full
20.
sessions now. Yeah, and about 10 podcasts.
Yeah.
Get ready for some
Finally,
Lido solos.
Finally, this guy starts playing the bass. Stops trying to play guitar for a minute, starts playing bass. Yeah, I had a little bit of experience with movie improvisation because Railroad Earth would do. We would do the Halloween soundtrack to get like an old public domain scary movie thing.
Yeah.
Like a silent or a movie with no talking was the soundtrack, but it could be a silent movie, and we would improvise to it live, but we would have like themes ahead of time.
Cool.
Like John would come up and make like, whenever the villain would show up, there was like a villain theme. There was like the damsel in distress, she had a theme.
Yeah.
But all the stuff, the action that happened in between, we just kind of make it up based on.
Yeah, that's a super cool way to do it. It sounds really fun.
Francine, you need to get back to work.
Is it lunchtime now?
Quit creeping. I'm out here working. I'm out here on the clock right now. Look at this, working his fingers to the bone.
From typing? So much typing. Getting
From
this ready.
clenching my fist with the passion of the music. Thanks, Greg.
So this is, it's all online for free. If we're talking over stuff that you really want to hear, go and check it out.
There's nothing freer than this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, I mean, you're not going to know it from listening to this, but Lido is like, he's one of my favorite guitar soloists out there. The guy, you know what I mean? You don't hear him much because he's, I don't know, it seems like he's always in a supporting role, or he's, I don't know.
But yeah.
It's weird. I wish more people got to really hear him.
Well, you can get them. You can get that with the National Reserve a little bit if you go and see them. They're usually at Skinny Dennis in Brooklyn every Friday night, and he's kind of playing lead guitar for that a lot.
I gotta see it.
And he's been doing that for a while. So it's a cool kind of rock and blues Americana rock band. That gets super loud, but they're fun.
Yeah. So what's going on with Guster these days?
Guster.
When is Guster gonna do one?
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
When is
She could
all
all
of
those
Guster
skills.
gonna do a Cinema Improv
I
podcast?
feel like they would probably be into it. I don't know. It'd be hard to nail them all down. But
Yeah.
if we were all
You gotta do a
had a day
mobile
off
one.
or something. A what?
You gotta do a mobile one. You gotta bring your setup. You gotta.
That's true.
You could do it. You just put like a movie on like a laptop and record everyone
Yeah.
like a sound check or something. Well, I'm sure every band is dying to spend an hour and a half plus their sound check.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a bad idea, but
Guster is working on a new album right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of in between album cycles, and there's a big summer tour coming up, and we're doing. We have a yearly festival that we do up in Portland, Maine, that started last year that we're going to do every year.
what's it called?
It's called On the Ocean,
Okay.
and it's
Obvious.
and it's a whole weekend of stuff. Like for this year, we're playing at the State Theater on Friday, and then Saturday we're playing at Tompkins Square Point, the big outdoor festival stage, and then Sunday I think is minor league baseball. It's Guster Day at the minor league baseball stadium, and there's like, I don't know, probably throwing out the first pitch or I think everyone's going from the concert is going to go and like take over the general admission stands in Portland.
Holy shit, check this out. What is this?
This sounds like you're playing the Moog.
Oh, I didn't even know I played it. Hold on, let me get it. Let's show everyone. Let's show the people. This is everybody. This is my Moog Rogue. Moog Rogue. Wait, hold on. Let's get the.
It's the Rogue. Moog the Rogue.
Yeah. It's like backwards. It's like trying to put on lipstick in a mirror, but I not that I've ever put on lipstick in a mirror,
Sure.
but this is I bought this like 15 years ago to play keyboard bass.
Yeah. Like this.
Just for fun. Yeah, there we go. That's how I do it. This thing is awesome though. You play it through an 810 cabinet, it'll take your head off. It's cool. So that's what you're hearing right here. I'll shut up for 10 seconds and you can listen to it. Moog bass. Fun fact.
Dave Schneider. Hi, buddy.
Fun fact about this Moog you're hearing right now. Almost. I bought mine for $130.
Oh, there you go.
Fun fact, this Moog that you're hearing now that I'm playing was almost on Hangtown Ball, the Railroad Earth song, when we were doing the Last of the Outlaws sessions. We just had everything set up and, like, depending on the song, whatever groove came up, we'd try some things. And, but so that it was actually on one of the original take we did had this Moog on it, but I forget, I opted to change it out. I think I just couldn't get it to punch the same way or something. I don't know. It was just, so I played one of my short scale basses, which is like my go-to move now for everything. But almost there was almost Moog on a Railroad Earth song.
You got some nice gear. What's up with the bass project that you're always doing? You're always
still
in the workshop.
Always, yeah. It's cool. I got a piezo pickup in the bridge now.
Yeah.
The buffering, trying to get the proper buffering.
Get into a cool space part. I feel like if you were to go and like later tonight or with this podcast in mind, if you were to go watch Baraka, you would understand. I feel like this one really
or the music.
Well, if you listen to the music and then you go and watch the movie, it really makes sense with this movie. Like sometimes there's like a somewhat of a disconnect. I don't know, because it's just
I know what you mean.
Random. Sometimes there's random movies, but like
I felt that in certain moments of some of these. Not this one, because this one's kind of doesn't. It's kind of meant for it because it's not. Yeah, there's the bear. We did the bear.
Yeah,
that one's works pretty well. But there was definitely moments where I'm like, we're just jamming and it doesn't mean anything.
But that's also part of the cool thing about this. It doesn't have to be all soundtrack stuff. There's three movies that the first three movies that I thought of were Koyaanisqatsi, Baraka, and then Baraka is the sequel to it, which is called Samsara. And all three of them are kind of similar. I think the Baraka and Samsara is like the cinematographer of Koyaanisqatsi or something. So they all have connections, but they're very like, it's almost like, long meditation of amazing visual shots of all around the earth and, hardly any dialogue and just kind of like cool music.
I love this about the Moog. That's still the Moog going in the background. That weird staticky thing, that's not a guitar pedal or anything, it's just a Moog straight up. You can just get such weird sounds out of it.
It's just Moog the Rogue. Oh, Moog the Rogue.
That's this knob right here.
What knob is that?
It says
Drive?
no. It says noise.
Oh, noise.
There's a knob on this that says noise. You just push it into overdrive, and that's what you're hearing. Noise.
It's out, dude. That thing is out. I forgot I had that over here until this morning. Might need to take that back to the house at some point. Do you use it ever?
I do.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I use it a lot, but, you know, chores.
Sick is that? $130. That's a deal, though.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Apparently you overpaid, according to Dave Schneider.
Yeah. This is a cool section. Like even for spacey stuff, it's got some different sounds. This is a scene I really wonder what's happening in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Come down in value, huh? Why do you think that is? Yeah, they used to go for $1,000. Is it because of software now? I mean, we've always had software, but
Well, it's a very simple mode, right? It's like kind of their super simple model at that time.
that's part of also that's the appeal. That's why I bought one. I'm not gonna buy some giant mode.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a thing that I could take to shows. I could just have it on a stand, and I mean, I was always playing electric bass,
Yeah.
but I could, for a song, like switch over and.
You should incorporate that in to the Railroad Earth lives then.
Well,
What would happen if you just showed up with a keyboard up there?
that's a good question. Yeah, easier.
Just if people ask about it, just be like, don't worry about it.
Well, they've seen it now because I brought it to those recording sessions.
Oh, okay.
But the funny thing, well, it's not funny, it's annoying. The thing about that is too, the power can be finicky.
Yeah.
I've had time, it'll just cut off,
Yeah.
and then you just flick the power switch and it works again. But can't really be having that happen it's one thing like messing around with a cover band at a bar, but
Yeah, but with the live show.
nah. Plus, it makes a big pop when you reset it.
Oh.
Hawaii.
Maybe it's like a beach scene. That would be funny. What if the whole time we just went through this and we tried to imagine what scene it was?
Look back, it's nothing like that.
but didn't talk about anything else. The beach scene right now is.
You are right about that, Dave Schneider. I even figured out how to make sounds out of it. I just plugged it in. But the cool thing about it, it is easy, but like all analog synths, there's no patch. Every time you make a sound, it's totally different. I mean, you can sort of remake a sound, but you have to get the knobs to the exact place.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be different.
Totally improv every time.
Every time. Just freestyle. Hawaii, I'm on the beach.
Oh no, are we still on the keyboard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Storm, thundercloud. Thundercloud.
Yeah, very kind of thundercloud sounding, right?
My eyes are still itching after those. We were walking home after when the Armageddon storms were rolling in yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Like blew all kinds of stuff in my eyes, still itching.
I don't know if Luke's watching right now.
Talking about Guster, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moog on the beach. How long does it take to mix and or cut up or whatever?
Oh my God, way too long.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I wasn't counting on at the beginning of this is the amount of time it would take to go through and edit an
Are you
episode.
getting better or worse at the drums for doing this?
Oh.
The amount of time it
feel like
takes
I'm-
away from practicing.
Yeah, that's true. Probably worse. You gotta become a well-rounded person. Yeah, I would say it takes me probably, I don't know, maybe 8 hours to do the whole thing. Like all the voiceover, all the mixing, all the editing, and because I gotta listen through. Each one is 2 hours or whatever, so I
Yeah.
listen through the whole thing, and then I kind of like mark it in the song sections. I try and name each section, and then kind of like go in and figure out what's cool and what I think is not, and then kind of shave down the sections to make it close to 45 minutes.
8 hours is that's not bad. I thought it would have been longer, honestly. Here we go. Here's the jam. This was a cool jam. That actually, I haven't listened to. Do we hear the whole thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The solo on this is so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like
I know we could never really recreate.
the one he's done is pretty good.
The one he's done is great.
It's still
for the
being
recording.
mixed, but it's.
Yeah, we're gonna.
This became an original song. I was listening to this jam that we did, and it was the mood was just like so perfect naturally. I was like, it just kind of, this whole song kind of laid itself out already. So I did lyrics and stuff like this. You can hear lyrics come in.
Yeah.
It's like it was just perfect for being improvised. And that's a song called Hazel Dreams being mixed right now. Dave and John played on. Kevin Kendrick played some vibes. We'll be out one day getting its proper mix on.
But this is the original.
Yeah, this is the original. so good. It's so tasty.
Hi, Dave.
Later. You could sing this whole solo. Where's John? Why isn't he listening to this? Tag him. I could listen to him do these solos like all day.
You can see his face. He probably has his mouth wide open. But
Yeah. Tasty. Speaking of tasty,
let's see what else I have in here. Oh, dude. Let me talk to you about these.
is that the whole solo?
Yeah.
I thought there was more of a rockin' section to it too. You didn't cut any out?
No, it's just
Dang.
chill.
Totally chill.
Check out these
is
chocolate dusted almonds. Here, just grab a couple of them. Yep.
Where'd you get those?
At the Park Slope Food Co-op.
That where you have to actually work to even be allowed to
I work at my grocery store to be able to shop there. It's awesome. Not awesome working, but awesome
Yeah.
being able to shop there.
It's a great idea. Look it up. That condenser mic really picks up the sound of eating. You're welcome. Tune in, everybody. Listen to us chomp food and talk about improvised music.
Should we talk about
Chomp this almond right in your ear hole. This is getting into like the last scene.
yeah.
Silent Mark Adams.
Oh.
He's the guy that won the ticket contest at Drucifer at the Saint.
Oh, right on.
He was the inspiration for the Jittery People lyrics.
We gotta bring back Jittery People.
Yeah.
Our first Drucifer original.
That was just an exercise in ridiculousness. Plus, we can't make it like a real song because then he'd have to sign up. He'd have to like register with BMI and ASCAP and like we'd have to pay him and stuff, you know, like royalties and all this.
I think he would stay silent.
Shh. Here's a secret: no one gets paid.
Yeah.
You'll never get paid in this business.
Should we talk about the Drucifer?
Yeah.
The Drucifer?
Brooklyn Bowl.
Brooklyn Bowl.
June
Come out.
12. Andy Falco's opening for himself.
Andy Falco's opening for himself. It's gonna be great, but electric Andy Falco is like a different beast.
Right. It's like
He should wear a different outfit.
no,
probably.
it's like Clark Kent opening for Superman.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or the other way around, maybe.
Probably not.
No,
No, maybe. I don't know.
There he is. Oh, he just.
Oh,
showed
he
up.
joined.
He
Right, we
just
were
showed
talking
up.
about him.
His
Oh,
ears
man.
are burning. You just showed up, Falco. We were just talking shit about you. There he is. Did you hear that?
That's funny.
You were just in time. We were just talking about Drucifer playing Brooklyn Bowl on June 12th. And how you opening for yourself is kind of like Clark Kent opening for Superman, or maybe the other way around.
I was saying you should wear different outfits.
You were like, it was like telepathy. We literally we've been sitting here for 45 minutes. We just started talking about you.
So, when is it? June 12th?
I think it's June 12th.
June 12th, we're opening for...
This is June 12th?
that sounds right.
This is June 12th. Right?
Tuesday?
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday at Brooklyn
Or a
Bowl.
Wednesday. It might be a Wednesday. Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah. Andy will correct us if we're wrong.
Old school Superman.
And we're opening for the...
Metropolitan Jamgrass Alliance.
There's a lot of stuff going on in that name.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be a great show.
Yeah.
Tuesday, he says. Tuesday, June 12th.
So yeah, if you're in New York area, Tuesday night show, it's gonna be really fun. Really fun one.
It's a good collection of Jamgrass Alliance is Tim from Railroad Earth, so we're gonna try to rope him into doing a couple of songs with Drucifer. Jake Jolliffe, the mandolin whiz of Yonder Mountain String Band. It's gonna be cool.
Who else? It's just those two? Oh, and Tim.
No, yeah, well, I mean that's like it's those guys every time, and then
Okay.
Patrick I think is playing bass, Andy's
cool.
brother.
Oh, right on.
And who's playing banjo this time, Falco? Is it Kavanaugh? He's probably moved on. Oh, Tony Truska, yeah, cool. That's cool. It's gonna be great.
What are you looking forward to eating there at Brooklyn Bowl?
Well, stopped eating meat a few years ago, so
Mac and cheese?
maybe. The sides are good though, so
Mac and cheese is good, and the bread pudding,
yeah.
pretty awesome. And but the best thing is the little special. They're not on the menu, but they're deviled eggs with a fried oyster on top. Probably one of the best appetizers I've ever had in my
Sounds
life.
disgusting.
It maybe, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of deviled eggs, but these with the fried oyster on top is like,
Oh, this part's sick. The bass tone is the shit. Yeah. That was awesome. This was cool. We like this podcast, the way you edited everything really played out great. Like
Yeah.
this is like one of the, you really are like waiting for this payoff at the end. This
Yeah.
is a great. It's a good last song, you know.
We should get a Drusiver movie jam.
That could be cool. That could be great. Falco, you want to do a Cinema Improv podcast?
I think that's the end. See, that wasn't that long. That felt like a nice album. You sit down, you relax, meditate a little, listen to the 45 minutes.
I'm jealous of the man that gets to sit down and relax and meditate.
Yeah.
I don't have any time for that shit. That's why I want to watch 15 seconds of Cinema Improv's Instagram slap bass or whatever.
Oh, this is the coda.
Oh, okay, right. This was like when the credits were going.
Yeah.
Couldn't leave him on an uplifting, redemptive note.
I thought about that.
I had to dark him into the dirt.
I could have cut it, but then this is cool. I like this coda we did.
Yeah, we'll do a Drusa for a Cinema Improv podcast. It'll be called actually recording some songs.
Yeah.
Making a real fucking video.
Yeah.
We gotta do that. We gotta get over to Bruce's joint or something.
Yeah.
So we can have a big 2019 since 2018 has already no dates for us.
Yeah, we picked a good group of musicians who
Wow.
are never available to play.
So classic.
But when we are, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But we'll get some shows in. I think we got some plans in action. What else? You got any other shows coming up? What do you got coming up?
Well, I just did the Everyone Orchestra thing. That was cool. Did that a couple weeks ago. But then it's Railroad Earth thing is we're a little chill this summer because we're supposed to be recording a record July, so we're trying to leave time to create stuff. And we're doing the old Rocks Off cruise this weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, fun. Oh, 2 nights. Whoa. Have you done this before?
Oh, yeah. That was one of the first gigs I ever did in New York, the Code Talkers.
What an ending. That felt good.
That was cool, man.
Oh.
What?
Wait for it.
Cinema Improv is produced, engineered, edited, and mixed by me, David Butler, at the Butler's Quarters studio in Brooklyn, New York. I'd like to give a very special thanks to all the musicians who gave their time and energy to make this weird idea a really cool reality. I'd also like to thank Paul Alves for the voiceover and the theme song, Jason Gallagher at Walleye Pictures and Sound for the podcast artwork, Reed Black at Vinegar Hill Studios for the mixing council,
And my lovely wife.
and Lauren Sanders for the inspiration.
Aww.
Aw.
Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on
inspiration.
iTunes
You
and check
woke
out
up
the
one
Cinema
morning,
Improv Facebook
looked
page
over
for a
and
deeper
said,
look into each podcast.
I want to improvise.
There's a lot more music to come, so stay tuned.
Soundtracks.
Thanks for listening.
You said, girl.
Girl.
When I see your face,
I want to
wanna improvise
some
to
weird,
movie.
freaky movies.
I want to make esoteric sounds when I see your face every morning, girl. Shout outs to Lauren Sanders.
Oh, God. She's going to watch this.
There's my mom. It's my mom again. My mom trolled me on the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was trolling me, leaving comments, silly comments.
About...
I don't even remember.
About your disheveled appearance?
Probably. Or poor lighting or something since she's Miss Theater Queen.
Oh, yeah.
So, hi, Mom.
How's the lighting now?
I know. These lights I bought. Look at this. Pro level.
Cool.
Cool. Oh, yeah. Do Duster's record. Falco's in the studio right now.
Whoa.
Consequently, we're in the studio too. Talking about ourselves.
How long do we talk after the thing goes?
Talking about
I'll
ourselves.
talk about myself all day long.
My mom. I'm back. Oh, you're just in time, Mom, because I think it's over.
Yeah.
50 minutes. We've covered it all. We've listened to the Improv Soundtrack Podcast. Talked about
Cinema
Drusifer.
Cinema Improv.
Yeah, Cinema Improv.
Podcast.
It's cool. You can check it out all over the internets.
Wherever you get your podcasts, there's 10 episodes, and I release one every month. On the first of every month, I release a new one with some amazing musicians, and we got some really, really great ones coming up.
Yeah.
Really cool ones.
And because I told him to do so, he's going to start putting little clips all over Instagram and Facebook because I told him to.
We'll put little intro clips. And
for those of us that don't have time to meditate for 45 minutes or whatever you do all day. Or
well, it could be in your car. It's a great podcast to listen to in your car while you're driving. And,
sure.
Sitting in traffic in New York or wherever.
That's true. That's true.
Could have it on while you're making dinner. It's kind of, it's all instrumental. It could be background music. It's kind of weird at points. It might scare the children,
right.
But
my little girl's at home listening to like a Robin Hood record. I put on the
which
song.
one?
Move out the way, Elsie. I'm about to put on the cinema.
The Kevin Costner one?
No, the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon one.
It's like thrift store. I found a record.
Okay.
From like back in the day. It's like.
So I think the Kevin Costner soundtrack is scary. That was a scary movie.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that stuff. It's the cartoon one.
Oh, okay.
This stuff.
That sounds familiar.
You see it?
I think so. Is that like the bear?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging. Sorry if you just joined. We're all done. We listened to the podcast and everything, and do another one of these soon. Some more friends.
We'll see everyone at the Drucifer show on June 12th, and bye.
That's right. Later. Thanks, Dave.